live.
We're live.
We're live. Wow, we're live.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast. It's episode 1. We're finally here. This took a long time to get to.
Took a long time.
For those of you that know. For those of you that don't know, I'm Rob.
And I'm Marc Anthony.
And this is our barbershop. So welcome to our barbershop. So whatever you guys can see here. We've been doing this for about, what do you say? No. How long have you been going?
I've been going for about 4 years now. This is my 4th year deep. So
yeah. And I've been in it for about 7. So 2014 was my first haircut. Remember your first haircut?
Yes, sir. I remember that.
Bro, I'm telling my first haircut, I think, my first haircut took me 2.5 hours.
Took you long.
It was a free one, but like, he let me get my feet wet.
Yep. I remember you starting out on me.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of haircuts on me, and I'm scared trying to go to elementary school in those days.
Yep.
Or even high school, grade 9 coming in. I remember one of my grade 9 picture day, actually. We look back at it now and you see how far you've come. And you see in the grade 9 picture day, I have I wouldn't say a bad haircut, but you can see a little bit of,
see the growth.
You're like, damn, Marky, I did that to you? Like,
yeah,
but,
for real. Yeah, we definitely came a long way since then.
Definitely.
As you can see, we're out here now. Little 100 square foot little shop. We can fit the 2 of us in here.
Yes, sir.
Comfortably. Unfortunately, due to this stupid pandemic, we can't really do too much, but right now,
but it is what it is, and we just gotta keep doing what they say and get through it together and get through it strong.
We're all gonna get through this. We gotta take it day by day right now, and we gotta keep pushing, keep being positive, and just keep uplifting everyone else. So without further ado, we're gonna get started on telling you guys what this podcast is actually about.
That's right.
Basically, I just wanted to start something during these times where we could bring something to the people that brings positivity and love and pretty much happiness and joy into people's lives, as well as talking about fun stuff that guys usually talk about in a barbershop.
That's right.
So we're going to get into some questions. We got a lot of questions we're going to ask each other. Maybe some of you guys out there would kind of want us to ask each other and kind of want to hear the answers too.
That's right.
So
feel free, put it in the comments, put anything you need, send us text, you got our contact information.
Yeah, we want to know what you guys want to hear.
Up?
So yeah, for sure, let us know what's up.
So we're going to be getting into, throughout this whole podcast, we're going to, like Rob said, we're going to get into positivity, we're going to get into love, we're going to get into all that good stuff, because as we know, there's so much negativity going on in our world today. We look at our social media, so much stuff, it's purely negativity. So we want to set up positive talks, we want to set up love, we want to spread knowledge, we want to set up people for success. And yes, I'm young, my brother's young, we don't know, we're
just trying this.
We're
trying out here. We're looking for something fun to do, and this is our passion. So we're trying to speak through our passion and our platform and try to get people to notice what's going on here and what we kind of talk for and our kind of mission.
That's right.
So if you guys are actually wondering why I'm wearing this jersey right now, my boys, the Packers, they're playing right now. The conference finals, Aaron Rodgers versus the GOAT, Tom Brady, but I'd vote for the GOAT for...
Tom Brady is not the GOAT, though.
Yeah, A-Rod's the GOAT, in my opinion, but we can get into those talks for another day. So we're going to have a bunch of guests. Sorry, I'm just looking on my plan out here, and
we got some serious content coming out for you guys. When I tell you serious, we got big time business owners, big time successful business owners, we got big time athletes coming in, we got big time people, good minds, good hearts, just coming in to spread content, to spread love, to spread positivity and good talks and good vibes.
Anything for young entrepreneurs. We got a lot of guests coming in for young entrepreneurs.
Yes, sir.
Kind of gonna guide the people, any questions they might have, or we've got a set of questions for them, but I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would want to know, especially a young aspiring entrepreneur in these times, to see how entrepreneurs of now are going through their mind and their decision making, kind of going through all this. It's kind of tough. So no one better than to learn from than people that are going through it right now for the future and the people that are up and coming, right? So we got those kind of guests planned. We got athletes that are coming in. We got some high quality athletes. They're gonna come in and do some talks for us because we know a lot of people that come into the shop. We all love sports.
That's right.
I'm a big basketball guy, and my brother here is a big soccer guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually out in the States down there playing right now. Mark, tell me
Yeah,
about
speaking
your,
of that,
school.
yeah. So just a brief introduction about myself. I do actually go to school in the States. I go to a university called Roberts Wesleyan. It's a Christian school. I also go there on athletic scholarship. I'm a big-time soccer guy. I'm a big-time soccer player. I like to say I'm big-time, but I'm not really that big-time. I'm the captain of the Roberts team. I'm in my third year studying business administration. So it's been going very well, and in being a student athlete is no joke for all my student athletes out there. It's no joke. Time management, you learn that very quickly. For all my young ones asking when they want to say what it's like in the NCAA or what it's like to go on athletic scholarship and go to the States and live that life, time management's the key. And I'll tell you that, they all say it, but I'll tell you time management is really the key. Balancing your academics and balancing your athletics. It's a process. It's hard.
Now with the pandemic, how do you feel your time management's kind of, has it increased or is it kind of decreased with the motivation due to the pandemic?
You know what? With the school aspect, that's a great question. You know what? The school aspect, it's a little bit easier because there's less stuff to do. I know you guys are aware America, it's kind of crazy and there's a lot to do. In Canada there is too, but being there and with the pandemic, there's not as much things to do. I can't really go out on weekends. And if you choose to go out, you can. But me, I try to stay safe and keep everyone around me safe. Yeah. So that's something I stay away from. So you know what? I get a little bit more times. Instead of going out on the weekends, I stay in, I cut hair, and I do my homework, get my assignments done on time, good, put a little bit of extra time in there just to make sure. Work ahead, get everything done, time management. I'm third year, 3 years deep now, so I'm getting a little bit better. First year was kind of a hassle, but now I think I like to say I'm on top of my stuff.
You can talk, huh?
That's it. Really I like to say I'm on top of it, man.
Yeah, let everyone know what kind of soccer, like you're like professional wise, what team you're following for those people that watch soccer.
Forza Napoli, man. Forza Napoli. I'm a Napoli guy. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Serie A is I like that league. I have Dazn. Dazin's a good app out there.
Or the Zone, I don't know.
The Zone, whatever it's called, man. I know. But yeah, it covers all Serie A, and I love Serie A. I love my Italian players. Insigne, Andrea Pirlo. It's tough because I see Andrea Pirlo, one of my idols growing up. I'm a midfielder, so he's one of my idols growing up. And now he's the coach of Juventus. And one of my favorite players right now is Lorenzo Insigne. And they go at it. So Napoli versus Andrea Pirlo, coach of Juventus. So I sometimes I don't know who to cheer for. You know, I'm not as loyal like that, but it's
war
tough. It's a war. It's definitely a war. Yes, sir.
I got some more questions for you.
Talk to me.
Maybe more in the barber world. We can get into the barber world right now. So for those of you that know us, we're both barbers. We both cut on a consistent basis. Not now, but we do cut. And I wanted to ask Mark, what's your favorite? Give me your favorite liner to start.
My favorite liner
for you. Like what do you use right now?
I would easily say the Babyless trimmer. It's a mixture of it's made and engineered by a Ferrari engine, so it has a Ferrari engine in there. It has a battery life of like 6 hours. It's sharp, very very sharp. Let me see that thing. It's right here actually. I'll show you guys.
Bad boy right here.
I'll show you guys right here. This thing right here is a beauty. So any of the young barbers out there, any of the barbers, I don't care. I'm whatever. I'm 4 or 5 years deep now, but I'm telling you, this right now, this is actually just voted top trimmer of the year.
Yeah,
top trimmer of the year.
I can vouch for that too. I've been using it too because I switch. You know, like I start at one and then like whatever's hot in the market there, I take it out. But consistently now I've been using the Babyless trimmers. Babyless trimmers are kind of solid.
Babyless Pro is a brand.
Yeah, the brand is kind of up there right now. I think they're leading in the barber world right now. A lot of people are using the Babyless, the trimmer and the fading clipper too, the adjustable.
Yeah, they're the world's leading provider of professional hairstyling tools. Babyless Pro.
We got a couple Babyless tools in here. I just started using the fading clipper. This is the fading clipper I got right here. They kind of match. You see like a little Iron Man vibe kind of going on.
Yes,
I'd
sir.
say like I just started kind of using this fading clipper. I mean, I do have a favorite fading clipper, and it's not the Babyless. But for those of you that know tools, I got a wall senior. The wall senior is definitely my go-to fading clipper. And it's
Legend.
been for 7 years.
He put me
7
on that
years.
one.
And then I think I used the Andis Master is my top go-to.
You like that one, right?
Yeah, that doesn't miss. That one hits every single time. That one doesn't cease to fail. But
yeah, that's crazy.
what else we got going on in here, Marky? What can we tell them?
We got a lot of, oh, shout out, actually, speaking of your wall senior that you like, I just ordered, so you know the movie Soul from Disney. I just ordered. I can't wait to show you guys. I can't wait.
That one yet.
I can't wait for it. It's a good one. It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I
a good
need to
movie.
watch that one.
But when it comes in, it's actually a Soul clipper. So in the movie Soul, if you guys are unaware, in the movie Soul, there's a barbershop scene, and it's kind of there's a good
I've
like
seen
10
that
minutes of the scene of the movie in there. And so what Wall the brand, they made a Wall Senior with some Soul designs on it, and it's kind of cool, and I like it. I'm a big Disney guy. I
Yeah.
mean, so
Can't chase you on that one, bro.
so I'm gonna get that one, and then I'll show you guys that. I can't wait to use that, and can't wait till it comes
Yeah,
in.
you won't be disappointed for sure. That wall senior is
Mhm.
sharp, bro.
Yes,
But for
sir.
new barbers, if you're a new barber and you're looking to get a wall senior, the wall senior teeth are very sharp.
Very sharp. No
So if
room
you're
for a
hitting
mess up.
on, like if you're hitting on a certain angle, you're gonna prick the head for sure.
Yeah.
You have to know the precise angle you gotta
Mhm.
hit on that one for sure. Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, if you're a new barber, if one of those new barbers, if you're trying to learn how to cut hair, you want to cut your friend's hair, if you want to do whatever it is, I recommend, if you want to go with the clipper, I definitely recommend the Magic Clipper from Wall. That's one of the. That's
That's a bad boy right here.
That's how
We
I
got
first
those.
started. I still use it to this day.
This is trusty dusty right here.
Yes,
this bad
sir.
boy is on deck all the time.
It lasts long. It does a very good job, and both of us, we go through our tools and use them all. We have so much. We have collection now.
Yeah,
we're
we
gonna
can-
post them all one day, but.
What have you what can we tell the people are those up and coming barbers, not even up and coming, just any barber we can spark conversation about wireless versus wired clippers.
Great question, man.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Yeah, that's
you tell me your take on it first. I'll tell you mine
yeah.
after.
So, me, I'm really big on convenience, and with the cords falling around, I really think they're inconvenience. But sometimes people are gonna say, but when you have the cords, you get more power. It's not battery operated. You get the power. And to be honest, with the cords, sometimes it's dangerous because I won't say it's necessarily dangerous, but if you have a bad plug, and it comes out while you're cutting someone's hair, it could pull hair and do some stuff like that.
You're clipping them, guys.
You're clipping them. So, but I definitely think, especially now, all the industry is going wireless. Like even for girls, like we just seen a top hair dryer or hair blower.
Hair dryer.
Or wireless blow
dryer.
dryer.
Oh my
And
God.
and some will say it doesn't get as much power, but the industry is going up with the wireless stuff. Everyone wants the wireless, so everyone's getting it.
It's going to change. And
Exactly.
be
So the back like we're saying, Babyless, the trimmer, it's an iron lithium battery, and it has a 6-hour lifespan. So and then you charge it for an hour or two, and you're good. And so it's just, I think that the cordless is so convenient and just perfect for me.
I'll tell you my take. So I've used, to this day, I still use both corded and uncorded wireless clippers. For me, when people say you don't get enough power or the quality doesn't stay the same throughout, from what I've noticed, I'm very OCD about like keeping my tools clean
For sure.
all the time.
Always.
So at least once a week or twice a week, I would take my clippers apart and clean the insides and the motors and brush everything out anyway. So for instance, I've had this Magic clip for about 3-4 years now, and I have had no power loss, power surge at all. It still cuts the same, but I am always cleaning it, and I am always putting it through the blade wash, and I am always keeping up on that stuff, oiling my blades and stuff so they stay sharp. So for that, for me, it doesn't really change. The disadvantage of it that I could say is that if you're cutting, like if you have maybe like 5-6 clients all lined up in a row, like if you have like a full day solid,
Yes, sir.
then the wireless doesn't really hit for me unless you have 3-4 on standby, always plugged in and stuff like that.
But with that being said, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
You can also with the wireless. Sometimes that happens. It does. Great point. But what I like to do sometimes if I'm not feeling my cord ones and I don't want to use those ones, I actually just put the charger in, and while it's charging, the engineering behind it, you put it in and it's pretty firm in there. If you want to take it out, you really got to take it.
You can work with it.
I put it in and work it, and then I will use it as a cord, like as a corded clipper.
I did also see, I've seen this one thing where you can, like, they have, like, for all the wireless clippers that are out right now, they have, like, a clip-on thing that you can clip on, and it's like a portable charger, like those Mophie cases for the iPhones.
Tough.
So I don't know what company it is. I haven't really researched it, but, like, if anyone knows that watches this, leave it in the comments, because I kind of like to get some of those, because it's good, especially for the liners. You're always using your liners. Like, I have a couple liners on deck always. I got one for balding and then one for the shape ups and stuff, but definitely need those battery rechargers. That would be good. That way you don't have cords flying around. It's always best to be clean. And mobility wise, these wireless things are perfect. You can move anywhere. You can run around whatever you need around your client, around your seat, and everything's gonna be good.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention, we'll get on this, but I'm the founder of Platinum Cuts. So if you guys don't know, I am the founder of Platinum Cuts, and my brother here, he was one of the key sources of teaching me my skills and everything like that. I was just recently showcased on one of the Toronto barber pages where I was one of the top up and coming young barbers.
Yeah,
so
congrats, by the way.
thank you.
That's a good move. Yeah.
So that's one of mine. I'm the founder of Platinum Cuts, and I'll let my brother introduce his big business here.
Well, not big business yet, but I kind of created this thing called Large Cuts.
Yes,
a lot
sir.
of you guys know now. Been doing it for 7 years with the same name. We're still trying to converge on one name to like merge ourselves.
And that name's coming out soon.
Yeah,
we'll hold that one
for
you guys. We'll hold it. It's coming out. We have the name and it's coming. But the reason I was under Large Cuts because it was us. It was him and me, and we were doing Large Cuts. But then when I moved to the States,
you need your own.
So we did that, and then but now when I'm soon graduating, one more year, graduated, and you guys are gonna hear very shortly about the new merge.
We got what else we got coming up? I think during this podcasting and these YouTube videos, I think we're gonna try to review some tools maybe
For sure.
that like barbers wanna use, whether it's the Babyless stuff, because Babyless is coming out with a lot of cool stuff lately. Like they're coming out with some cool tools, and
Crazy.
I like it. So I'm gonna try them out, review them for you guys. Whether or not like if you guys wanna buy them, then you can watch the videos before.
Babyless and Wall are going head to head right now. Going head to head with some crazy creations, man.
Yeah, the barbers for Wall are crazy.
So
you know A-Rod? You watch A-Rod? A-Rod's a crazy barber.
He's a top guy.
We're also going to have some cool barbers that are going to come on this show and guest star in this show. So we're going to have some great conversations between them.
People who used to cut our hair and what we used to do, now we just get our haircuts every 4 days. I cut him, he cuts me, and we're always clean. But we're OCD like that.
We're lucky though. Like a lot of
lucky.
us can't get haircuts right now.
That's right.
But this is right in our backyard, so we can we have that luxury of cutting each other's hair. But I don't know. Maybe we should. I don't know, when should we cut this off? How long do you think this has been going down now?
How long?
I think maybe we can talk for these podcasts maybe like 25-30 minutes.
We're just gonna keep it going. But speaking of large cuts, actually, you know what? This is a great story. I'm gonna let you guys hear this one. So Rob, me and you, I'm blessed. I'm very lucky to have a relationship with my brother that is uncanny. I know it's not always like that. We have a very strong relationship, and for us, we're kind of untouchable, unbreakable, and that bond, we like to say it's gonna last long. So, and this will speak volumes to why it's that serious. So Rob, tell them why you actually started cutting hair in the first place.
I was wondering where you were going.
Yeah, and tell them why it's touching. Like when he first told me, like not when I was young, but when he first told me, it touched me, and I think back to it, and sometimes I don't get emotional. I'm not really an emotional guy, but it kind of hits me a little bit. So talk to him, Rob. Talk.
So basically, when I first started I didn't even know. Like, it's hard to tell people why I started cutting hair or how I started cutting hair for like money, but I think it was when I first started. I was in high school. Maybe I would always line myself up to like go to school or something. Just give myself like a little clean lineup. And then some guys like took notice. They're like, yo, they're like, can you do that to me? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. So like, me and the guys before we'd go out sometimes in high school, just come over, do a quick lineup in the little bathroom there, and then I started to get like really good like at lineups where to like people were just gonna come get a lineup from me. Like, do you cut? Everyone would ask me, do you cut hair? No, just line up. And then I don't know what clicked in me one day, but Mark, when he was young, he was going through like a lot of the ranks in soccer and moving up. But one year he got asked to go to Italy, and I think you were very young at the time. You were probably like maybe like 10 or 12.
Yeah, I was. No, I was around like the 8th grade, 7th grade, around those times there.
So maybe 13, 14 years old. So yeah, when he was 13, 14 years old, obviously he's still young, right? And I think to go to Italy, he had to pay. I don't know if it was.
It was a certain amount of money. I can't remember the money, but it was a serious trial. So what was gonna happen? I was gonna go, and I was gonna. It was a trial for the Juventus youth academy team, and if you get in there, it's pretty big.
So he had to go there, and they obviously he wouldn't have to pay for I don't know the soccer stuff, but like he obviously have to pay for flights,
living,
and amenities.
Yep.
So for a young kid, my parents weren't gonna send him by himself. No. So I think it was gonna be them three or maybe us
just
four.
The two.
I don't know.
They couldn't because they couldn't afford to just send me. They didn't want to send me alone, but they couldn't afford to send me and then one of them
to family, because it's a lot of money for one family to hold at those times. So like a light went off in my head, and I was like, maybe I should try cutting hair. I'll save all the money I can from cutting hair. That way I can kind of like fundraise for you if it helps you guys. Like he can go to Italy. Right, and that's pretty much how I started kind of like hustling and kind of getting the grind to cut people's hair to get money so I could save it for my brother and like my family so that they could go to Italy on trial. But then that just, I don't know what happened. Long story short, he didn't end up going, but we also got this kind of blessing. I found my passion in life. Like,
that's right.
I do this.
He found that passion, and he started teaching me the way so that I could then raise money for.
But back in those days, you didn't want to cut hair.
Because I was scared.
I was trying to push it on this guy.
And I was scared.
Trying to push it. I'm like, yo, Mark, I need to teach you this. I'm not trying to get my hair cut from you.
You know, and that leads me to another point, because I was scared. I didn't really have that mentality. I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to have my friend come for a haircut, and then I didn't want to send him to school the next day, and all the girls are looking at him like. And then they point fingers at me when I'm having to walk past his locker in the morning. I didn't want no part in that. So that was my problem. Like at first it was okay, and I would do him. And there was one friend I had, shout out Sabi. I will never forget my first fade and my first haircut.
Mind we use your name on this.
Yeah, shout out Sabi. I can still remember that cut. It took 3 hours.
I still have that picture. Yep. 3 lines on the back?
Yep, 3 lines at the back. My first design ever. And then now my designs they shot up. I love doing designs. And he's 3 hours in the chair, and he was just so positive, and he loved what he was doing. And the cut came out pretty good for a rookie. And then
first time.
And that was my first actual cut with someone at school. And that was like maybe 4 months after my brother was pushing me, get involved to it. I'll teach you. And then I cut him, and then from then on, I started to watch YouTube videos, doing all that extra stuff. Started to watch him do haircuts, steal chicks off him, steal chicks off YouTube.
Used to sit there in a chair just watching.
Yes, sir. And then
go to work.
Yep. And then the passion was found, and I found the passion, and I have a passion for soccer, and I have another passion for hair and cutting hair and just providing this service so that people can come out of the chair and just feel that they can conquer it all, and just they feel.
I know.
So
I love
happy.
that feeling. That's the best. Like that's what motivates me as a
right.
barber. When I see my clients and they get up, and you know when they get up and they look in the mirror and they go like this, you know
smiling.
That look like that. Holy!
I know.
You definitely leave this. Like even when it's me, when I get my haircut from you, or when you're not here, I get my haircut from another barber, which will be on this show. We'll talk to you guys about that later. When I leave the chair, always, if I get out of your chair, oh my. God.
Mm-hmm.
I leave that door, I feel like I can conquer anything.
Go sign a nice business deal.
I could sign a lot of deals with
Sign
that
a
haircut,
contract.
you know?
Go do it all.
Self-confidence is a big part in everyday living, so.
But yeah, so that's one of the fears though, Rob. Talk to them about for the young barbers that are coming, because that's one of the big fears. They're scared. They don't want to be responsible for messing up someone's hair, and they have a little bit of pressure on them. They have pressure on, especially starting out, because they're not confident in themselves.
Yeah.
They think they watch the YouTube videos, but can I really do it?
Yeah.
So like when you first started, how did you get over that fear?
That fear, I always like, still to this day, like we're not perfect.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We're not perfect
Of course.
in anything we do, no matter how much I try to perfect my craft every day.
Every day.
And I'm still not perfect. So when somebody's in my chair, the only thing I'm thinking about at that moment is they're coming to me for a service, regardless if it's free or they're paying however much money for as they want, right?
Right.
So when I started, they weren't paying a lot of money, or most of the times they were free, because I was just trying to get I was just trying to perfect my craft, or try to get to a level where I knew I could start cutting people's hair for.
And you needed people coming in because it's all practice,
Right?
man. It's all practice.
So the thing that I would always think in my head was, this person, if I leave this person in here with something like something messed up or a lazy mistake that I could have fixed, because most haircuts you can kind of fix your mistakes and still make it look like a great haircut. Yep. That's the art of being a barber. Yep. You're an artist. You can create. That's someone's head is a blank canvas for you to create.
For sure.
So I'm always just thinking like, my name is on the back and all the way around their head. My name is on their head. So as soon as they leave my doors, that's like a walking billboard for me. And
it's a representation of large cuts and platinum cuts when they leave.
Yeah. So
yo, Rob, who did that haircut?
Yeah, Marc did it from Platinum Cuts.
Yes, right.
You know, so like that's what I'm always thinking about. So any advice I could give to like a young barber that wants to be a barber, people that are still trying to learn, because it's a good trade to learn, especially in a pandemic like this. It's just, you got to take your time in a lot of stuff. Yep. Watch videos, learn from people that are already in the industry. Like for me, we have lots of family that's already in the barber industry and the hairstyling industry. So any tips and tricks that you could learn with scissors, clipper over comb, stuff like that, I would always just ask people that have already been through this stuff. That's how I would get my knowledge.
Right.
And like back in the days, I always used to practice like with my hand speed. Like a lot of people, they've seen me cut, or people that watch me cut, like they'll ask like, well, how you go so fast with your hands? Like I don't know, there was something in me when I was like learning all this stuff. I would sit. I used to work at Tim Hortons, for those that don't know. I used to work at Tim Hortons for like 4 or 5 years. And when I would be in Tim Hortons just working on the drive-thru, I would have like a business card in my hand, and I would just like hit the little brick lines on the wall like this with the business card, just keep going. And that's how I used to practice. But like, it's not like there was something in me that told me that I needed to learn. I would just do it for fun. For fun, man. That's what kind of brought me through this whole journey and our journey. It's kind of just been for fun, and like I love it. Like it's just.
And that's how you know it's the passion.
Yeah, like it's a passion for me, definitely.
That Tim Hortons story, that's funny. We were talking about this the other day, and we related because back in high school, I would get in trouble for doodling or not paying attention to the teacher. And when I'm doodling, I would shade the back of a piece of paper. I would shade it, fade it a little bit with the pencil, and then I would flip it over and use the eraser on the pencil, and I would practice like designs and make different designs with the eraser. So it's like the shade of the pencil is the hair, and then I would erase it and bald the shade. So it's like a design in the hair, and
it shows now, bro.
It shows.
It's definitely showing now how you've been doing that.
Yeah, man. So it's crazy. Those stories are crazy, and for the other barbers out there, we'd love to hear those stories. So if you want to contact us.
Anyone that wants to be a guest, maybe we could get some little.
Yeah, and those are some serious stories, and we love those stories. So,
let me ask you something now.
Talk to me.
Because we're kind of winding it down now, but like I got a question for you. Like you can probably ask it to me too, because I want to ask you. It's kind of 2 questions in one, but like, what was your best moment cutting hair so far this journey? and your worst? That's
Great
a tough
question.
one. I know it's a tough one.
Yeah. So the best moment, man. I don't know. Like it's hard to really pick the best moment.
Give me not best moment. Give me most memorable maybe.
You know what? I would say the most memorable moment, and we have a picture of this, and we say we're gonna post it in our barbershop. We have a picture where there was one time my brother, when I'm first kind of learning, and this was actually one of my early cuts, and like maybe 2 months of really tapping in and starting to learn the craft. And my brother was cutting hair, and he had two young brothers, and he was in a crunch for time. He needed to go somewhere, and he said, "Mark, I need you to come in clutch." And back in the day, they all used to call me Mr. Clutch. I had pictures of me.
For the assist, for real.
So my brother said, here, he set up a office chair right beside his barbershop. We used to have a little barbershop in the basement.
That's how we used to cut hair, you know. We never used to have these type of chairs. We used to cut on the office chairs,
That's
those
right.
fold-out chairs.
In the bathroom,
one towel, wrap it around, toilet
right.
paper around the neck.
That's right. So anyways, the most memorable, I'll never forget, I was cutting his hair and I was sweating. The little kid's hair, my brother was cutting his. He's cutting his hair and he's looking over his shoulder trying to tell me, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. And I'm sweating. But at the end of the day, I took a little bit longer than Rob, and then he came in, seen everything. It was all good, lined up, clean, sharp. And at the end of the day, he was gone and we were done. And then the cuts came out good. And
of course they did, bro. That's what we do, bro.
And that was one of the most memorable moments, because that was the first time me and my brother actually really cut together.
Worked on two heads,
and we worked together, and it was
side by side.
And it was like, I look in the future. I like to look really in the future. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I don't know if it is, but I take the future into consideration. And it just kind of gave me like a good imagination of what me and him have the potential to be and what the potential to do.
Yeah,
so cool. What was the other question you want? The worst?
It's a hard question.
The worst would definitely maybe be the mistake. If you make a mistake one time, maybe when I was young, maybe I pushed back your hairline, and then we got a family party, and then they say, "Yo, why is your hairline like?" It wasn't me, yo. My brother tried to do it himself. It wasn't me. And then my brother, and because we have that relationship, he was like, "Yeah, it wasn't me. It was me. I tried to do it myself. He'll take the blame for me. Vice versa, I'll take the blame for him because we're riding out. We're just doing it. That's it. So that's what it is. Yeah. And your memorable moment? You have one off the top of your head?
Lately, as of late, like I've been very blessed. I know we have lots of good family, and we got lots of connections right now, and like things have been going pretty well for me. I can't complain. But I think my most memorable moment so far, like if you guys know, I don't know if you guys have watched the show, but there's a show called Battle of the Blades on CBC, and it's a show basically where there's hockey players and figure skaters. And the hockey players try to learn how to figure skate and vice versa. And so basically it's just a contest show. What are those shows called? Like a game show?
Game show.
It's
like really, Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, Dancing with the Stars, but like Canadian ice hockey. And I was blessed with the opportunity to actually go on set and be the official barber for Battle of the Blades.
That's a great one.
And that just happened this year. And I've also got a lot of production kind of contracts that I've gotten through this year, but we can't talk about those. One day we'll be able to talk about those more, because we have to sign papers. We can't do that.
Facts.
That was most memorable for me as I go, and I know like one of my dreams is to, like, as I grow through this industry, I want to cut like the Raptors. I want to be like that barber that goes to the hotels, and I want to cut the guys on the Raptors and stuff like that. So I feel like it's just I just got to bring my name up a little bit more and kind of get into those levels. So that's definitely one of my most memorable moments so far. But the worst moment is it's kind of hard to say, like a worst moment. Like I haven't left the shop or like cutting hair saying like that sucked. Like, you know, like maybe the worst moment's kind of a hard wording, but maybe challenging is when like you get those tough like dreads, like those naughty hairs that just like people come in, they don't look like they've cut their hair for 6 years, and it's just like, it's not really the worst moment, but like I said before, it's like a blank canvas for you to put your name on and create artistry, right? So
that's right.
Those are the moments I like. I kind of try to turn those around for the better, but
yeah, I love those ones. I love when they come in with the big hair, and some people you'll look at it and say, "What are you gonna do?"
I love those challenges.
I love when I can vision. I see a big afro, I see messy hair, and it was good because when we had the big quarantine back in March, everyone was like, as stuff started to kind of open up for us, everyone was coming in with some crazy hair, and so we got to really look at their hair and vision something. They say, "Yo, I don't know what you can do with this, but just go at it and go to work." And that was one of the great times. And I guess we'll wrap it up with the last question I have for you, Rob.
Okay.
What would you say, and where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? 5 years from now, 5 to 10 years from now, where do you see yourself, and what do you see in us?
I say 5 to 10 years will definitely, I'd say somewhere within there we'll be breaking the ground on this barber industry and hairstyling industry. It's I'm gonna leave it at that and manifest that into the world for now. So I'm gonna let that stay there. So I would ask you, but I'm a like.
We'll keep those. And then personally,
it's hard right now. Like it's hard like I know where I want to see myself.
And what about like
the
wife? This guy's thinking straight business, man.
So recently I just got engaged. Shout out to Sylvia.
Shout out sister-in-law, future.
Little munchkin. I know you're gonna watch this.
This guy, yo. He's a lover man. For my Toronto guys.
Certified lover boy.
Lover boy.
No, other than that, yeah, I recently proposed in February. Wedding's supposed to be July 17th, 2021.
God willing.
God willing, yeah. Due to this pandemic, of course, we don't really know what the plans are, what the plans could be. It's kind of hard to plan something like this. We do have some certain stuff that we booked already. Like we booked the venue, we booked the DJ, we booked the alcohol, we booked the food, like all the important stuff. But we haven't really, like, shoots and stuff. Like, shout out to my best man here. This little sweetie right here. But yeah, we haven't really been able to plan too much because we don't know what the future leads us to. Like, we can't travel or anything like that. But that's another plan I see myself in 5 years.
That's right. This guy's gonna be running around with little munchkins, bro. Yeah. I'm about to be an uncle. Yeah. Like that's 5 years down the road.
Yeah, 5. Okay. 5 years.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a wrap for now.
That's definitely a wrap.
For a long time there. So basically, guys, if you guys want to comment what you guys want to see going forward with this podcast, we'd love your feedback. We'd love the feedback. We'd love to hear what you guys want to see and want to listen to, because we're doing this at the end of the day for people that watch it, and kind of another outlet for us to spread positivity and just spread love into a world that's kind of infected with a lot of negativity right now. So anything that we can do to kind of uplift, we're gonna do that. And we're gonna end it with we're gonna let Marky give us a little prayer right now. We're gonna pray for everyone. So
yes, sir.
You wanna?
So, Heavenly Father God, I just want to thank you for this opportunity to spend time with family, to spend time with all of our viewers, and just talk to them, Lord. And I don't know how many people it may touch, and I just want your hands and I want your blessings to touch us. And as our world goes through so much chaos right now, allow us to know that you are in control, and through all the chaos and negativity, allow us to know that you will never give us anything we cannot handle, Lord. So touch us and give us the strength, and give my brother and I the strength to touch and have an effect on some other people's lives while we spread positivity and love, and allow them to conceal this and allow them to portray some messages and apply it to their own lives. And Lord, I just want to thank you for this opportunity, and I want to bless all the viewers today watching. And Lord, I thank you for your precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks guys for watching.
Yo, do the famous YouTuber thing.
Thanks guys for watching. I want you to like, I want you to subscribe, I want you to do all that good stuff. But we're here, comment, do all that stuff. I might post a TikTok, LOL, all this YouTube stuff. But nah, seriously guys, thank you. And we'll catch you next time with some serious content.